we gonna go hide from that crazy lady, man?
What about that house over there?
Okay.
Deserted to me. Hey, no lights. What if we have power?
I don't know, there's a switch.
Huh.
Hey, man.
Awesome. That's tricky.
A computer. Microphones, too.
It's alright. So he's been doing a podcast.
Why waste the equipment? And welcome back to another episode of An Evening With. To my right, as always, is Travis. How you doing, brother?
Cold.
Yeah, it is pretty cold. We're stuck in a house somewhere in the woods. This is creepy. Still getting chased by that crazy woman. But anyway, we saw this equipment, figured we wouldn't waste it.
Right.
And tonight's episode is just going to be quick and dirty, kind of like my love life. What's tonight's episode, dear sir?
Embarrassing stories.
I've already started. You want to go first?
Sure, why not?
All right.
I'll start us off. One time, in a land far away, I was about 14, 13, 14, just discovering girls and, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, me and one of my friends that lived up the street from me went to Dollywood with our parents, but they turned us loose.
I'm so sorry.
Oh man! But we went to Dollywood, and we were in line for the Tilt-A-Whirl.
I love those things.
Yeah. Well, my friend Justin and I were standing in line. You know how the things zigzag, the lines. Well, I saw a cute butt and a pair of Levi jeans and like long, nice, pretty blonde hair.
Yeah, I've met your brother too.
and Justin, Justin and I were both like staring at it. I was like, dude, check out the butt on that chick. And I kid you not, this is not from Dumb and Dumber. Although it should have been. And Justin's like, yeah, I'd like to see what she looks like. And obviously, the person turned around, or heard us, and he turned around, and I was like, ugh!
He turned around?
He turned around. Yeah, so moral of the story is, don't have your hair fixed and wear tight blue jeans if you have a nice butt.
And if you're a male.
Right, yeah, sorry, forgot that part.
Well, time to go put me on some pajamas. Okay, well, I don't know if I can top that. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Okay, one time, me and one of my best friends of all time, he'll know who he is if he watches this. We were like brothers growing up. Okay, well, he was the outdoorsy type. I wasn't outdoorsy at all. I mean, look at me, I'm not athletic. I mean, come on. I mean, I know I'm in shape, you know, round as a shape.
Round as a shape.
Yeah. Anyway, he wanted to go outside and throw the old baseball around. I'm like, well, yeah, I can catch a ball. Me and Dad, you know, go outside and throw the old ball around, you know. I have my own glove, everything.
Right.
So, you know, I go to my house and get my glove. And he was my neighbor, so, I mean, I just went.
And this was after the week spent with the picture of the glove, right?
Uncle Timmy. Yes, they had to get me used to the glove. Anyway, I went home and got my glove. Came back over to his house. And he had a softball. I'm like, okay, well, you know, baseballs. At that time, I didn't really know the difference. Yeah, I didn't know sports. I just knew I liked throwing around the baseball. But it was a softball. Thing was that big. Okay, well, we get to throwing, and he said, I'm going to go get my bat, and you can be the pitcher. I'm like, well, do pitchers ever get hurt? He's like, nah, pitchers never get hurt. And I'm like, well, okay, because I was a mama's boy. I was afraid to get hurt. But he goes and gets a metal baseball bat. Gonna hit a softball now. He said, oh, don't throw it underhanded. Throw it overhanded, as hard as you can. And I'm like, alright. So, whoosh. It was like there was a line tied to the front of that bat to my belt buckle. Yeah.
Crusty old boys, huh?
Yeah, the meat and two bits. Yeah.
That explains a lot about you.
It does not explain anything, Travis. But I'm going to tell you, I walked off of that yard and I'm like, you have any ice? I need to sit down.
Yeah.
And here's the kicker. He ran over to me and he, you know, he put his arm around me and I started laughing. And then I looked at him, I said, am I hurt? And then I started crying.
There's nothing soft about softballs, huh?
Well, it made mine soft. Anyway, yeah, after that there was no more baseball, there was no more softball. I took up bowling. To this day, never an accident.
So you picked up bigger balls.
Heavier, yeah. I do have another story. My other embarrassing story relates back to something else that happened with him, but I'm going to let you go with your next one.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I can't talk
No,
about
no, it's your turn. We got to do this.
Well, I can't share this one on air.
Censored.
Go ahead with yours.
Alright. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do two in one, because every time something bad that's happened has been around this guy. Love him dearly, like a brother, but every time I'm around him I get hurt. Okay, I had a walnut tree, well, two walnut trees on either side of our driveway going up the hill. The two trees that, well, right, one's cut down now. Walnuts would fall, so we would get them and roll them down the hill. It was like a game to see who would get down there the fastest, you know, and you know, the smell of the walnut, terrible. And one day he said, Lee, do you have a baseball bat? And I'm like, sure. And this is already after I'd hit myself with that softball. This is years after. So I go get my plastic baseball bat. And we're throwing them up, hitting them. They're going down. and it was his turn to hit. Well, I must have been standing too close because he come back with that bat and nailed me right in the crotch again.
He never learns.
Seriously. I don't know if I'm even capable of having children after that.
You can save money on vasectomy.
Well, yeah, you have another one because all mine just relate to me.
To your crotch.
And getting hurt. I was just going to say getting hurt. Didn't have to say anything about crotch.
Well, you brought it up.
Anyway, don't you have another one? Please? I can't do this by myself.
Alright. This has to do back in 7th grade. Yeah. I was in, I think, history class at a Christian school that shall
Remain unnamed?
Unnamed, yes.
Yeah.
Well, the teacher had 2 daughters. And one of them was in my class, and one of which I was kind of infatuated with.
Ooh, had a little crush, did you?
Yes, and the rows of desks were like this, you know? And, you know, they had the cool little sides, you know, and then it, you know, comes up, you know, it's not like the cool scoot-in chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting at the very back of the class, while her daughter was sitting in front of me. Well, she bent over to pick something up. Me being, you know, a guy.
Typical male.
Yeah, well.
Chauvinist.
She bent over, I looked, then I dropped my pencil. But it didn't fall in front of me. It fell to the side of me.
All of a sudden, I don't feel so bad about mine.
And I guess the teacher noticed me noticing her daughter something, and she's like, "Oh, why don't you go pick up your pencil, Travis?" And I'm over here going, kick it, you know. It's like, "Come on over here," and I'm like, "Never mind, it's okay, you know. I've got another pencil here."
I'm curious, bear. No.
I pulled out another one. She's like, "No, you know, get up and walk around and pick up the pencil." And
oh, you couldn't get up.
Oh, I had to. And we had to have our shirts tucked in. And blue jeans.
Oh, and that's not the loose fit either, is it?
Uh-uh. So, I kind of faked like I had a bad back.
Oh, you should bend over and kind of, the wrinkle would... All right.
Yeah.
Better you than me.
It couldn't have happened to a worse person, huh?
I don't know, I'm getting a pretty good kick out of himself. Is
That is all I have to say.
Okay, well, I might as well throw another one out there. This one is from high school. I was a sophomore in high school.
Really?
Yeah. We were friends, all 7 years of high school.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Best times of our lives.
Yeah. Anyway, I was a sophomore in high school when this happened. And we were in gym class. And gym class, that's not really a class. Still good? It was more or less, if you're active, you can participate. If you're fat and lazy, go sit up near the wall. So,
the same problem.
Yeah, I went up and sat near the wall. Well, we could go out and get us something to drink and bring it back in. No big deal. The curtain that separates the boys from the girls' side was pulled. It was just the boys playing basketball there, and then the fatties up the top. I was sitting up there. Well, I had on these brown khaki pants, and they were a dark brown. Mm-hmm. So, the dark brown now. And they were skin tight because I was a fatty. Okay, well, I was on this kick with Mellow Yellow. Mm-hmm. Went up to the top, And my buddy come up to talk to me.
Right.
Hey Lee, why don't you down there playing basketball? Is it because you're fat? I'm like, get away from me. Well, anyway, he stays up there, and he was just aggravating me. He's talking with me and everything, and I'm drinking this Mellow Yellow. Zoop! And it spills all over my crotch now. Mellow Yellow! On brown pants. Dark brown pants. At about that time, they undo the curtain that separates the boys from the girls' side, and the girls' side was completely packed. Oh my gosh, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. And one of the dudes that was up there was like, "Hey Lee, did you pee yourself?" I'm like, "I spilled Mellow Yellow." He's like, "You don't know it's yellow." So the teacher hears this.
Was it Coach McClure?
Yes, Coach McClure.
Yeah, I love that guy.
I did too. He comes up and he said, "Lee, come down here. Come in." They set me a chair up outside in the back, and he made me sit with my legs open in the bright sun to dry my crotch.
I don't know which is worse.
I don't know. The fact that he made me do this, like, come on out here, just sort of spread your legs and let the sun dry you. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm embarrassed for me or him.
Only at Cott County High.
Go fig.
Yeah. Hey, it's getting kind of late there, and I'm sure she's hot on her trail.
Oh yeah, yeah. In that case, we better go. This has been an evening with, and we will see you all next time.
Good night. And that was really the worst time that I have ever been embarrassed.
Oh, I bet. That was